Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So back in the kitchen again today, not for the hot water this time. If you guys remember, if you follow the channel, we had this all apart. I had to pull the dishwasher out and the hot water heater's back under there. And we went through that. There's videos on it you can see. But today we're dealing with a different issue here. Today we're dealing with our Samsung flat top stove. If you see here, the back one. Alright, let's put that on high like that. And that's the back one right here. And nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Same thing with that one over there. Okay, so these elements have both gone bad. And what I'm doing is I have a Frigidaire that we used when we were building the house. It was in the shed and I still have it hooked up. We still use it. But I took the 6-inch burners out of that and I'm going to basically make them fit in the Samsung here. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. First thing that we're going to do is, let's see, yeah, so here we go. Alright, so this screw here, this screw in the center here, and one more down there. We're going to take those screws out, and once we take those out, I can lift this entire top up, and when I lift this entire top up, then I can access the burners. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. When I get this thing up, I'll be back. Okay, this is up and open. Top just slides up. Once you take those screws out, it just lifts right up. And I used a piece of PVC to hold this up. Now be really, really careful though, because this is glass. If this thing slides out and comes crashing down, it probably could crack that glass. This is sitting on a screw right over here, so this won't slide over. But anyways, this is the element that we took out of the Frigidaire, that I took out of the Frigidaire. I wasn't happy to say we. But anyways, this is what I took out. And as you see over here, it's kind of, I don't want to go upside down. Alright, so this is the burner that's bad, one of them. There's two of them. Alright, this is the center heating one over here that just keeps things warm. But this one over here, this one is bad as well. So both of these are bad. So if you look at the, let's see if we can get the relay. Okay. You look at that over there. And now look at this over here. They're identical, okay? So even though this came out of a Frigidaire, the burner is the same, and a lot of these burners are universal. So if you guys have an old, something like, like this happens, you have an old stove sitting around that's a flat top, before you go and start buying these elements, because these things from Samsung, I want to say they were like $108, or they're up there. But anyways, like I said, this is free over here. I'd say I don't use these on that stove. The two burners I do use were the bigger ones, because all we do with that stove that's in the shed is we get so many eggs from the chickens that we boil the eggs and feed them back to the chickens once we take what we need. Give away what we want to give away, but we still end up with a lot of extra eggs, so we supplement that in the chicken feed. So we do use that stove to boil the chicken. So I'm going to take this out. What I'm going to do is these screws over here, you see these two screws, we have one finger here and then one on the bottom there. I'm going to take those out and I'm going to do the same thing on this side over here. The Frigidaire, okay, had the small burner, one in the back here, and then it had one up in the front over on opposite side over in the front there. So all I did was drop one side of the rail. I didn't take the whole thing out, but in this case I'm going to take the whole thing out. I'm afraid I might have to change this bracket here. Well, at least the clips. Actually, these clips screw in. So I'm going to have to change these clips, because you see these clips here, this is skinnier than the one on the Samsung over here. But you also see, same thing, these things just screw in. We'll find out when we get that out. It may or may not just screw in. I might have to change the whole side over here. So anyways, we'll find out. So I'll be back when I get that apart. Alright, so here we go. I've already placed the one on the right side over here. That's the one from the Frigidaire. Wiring, you see, is already connected and all that. I haven't put it on. And make sure, I didn't mention before, guys, make sure that you do turn the power off before you touch any of this. Kind of goes unsaid, but I do want to mention it. So anyways, here's the one I took out. Take a very close look here. You see this over here, what we have over here, I'm going to get this finger out of the way and use some needle nose here. Okay, so this right over here is connected to this element right inside of here. Now you see this prong over here is connected to this right here, and you see where all this burned up? It's not connected. You look over on this one here, and you can see this one is connected over here. So you have the connections on both ends for the power to complete its way through. Over here, this is where it burned up, and it's the same thing on this one over here. We'll get that out, I'll show you. So, but yeah, that's what happened. But again, when you have these things out, just hold them next to each other. Now, funny thing is, I don't know if you can see it, they do have different part numbers, okay? Because if you were to order one for Frigidaire, they're going to send this one. If you order one for Samsung, they're going to send this one. All right, they are interchangeable, but you believe you're ordering one specifically for your stove here. And again, even part numbers are different, but these are identical. So keep this in mind, because this is a pretty common problem with all flat top stoves, not just Samsung. You know, I guys mentioned when I did the hot water heater, nobody makes their parts anymore, okay? These I don't believe, I couldn't say for sure, but I seriously doubt it. These would come from a company, a factory that makes heater elements, probably not just stove elements. You know, they could make air conditioning heat strips, they could make a lot of different heaters as well. So these probably did come out of the same factory, just different and different here. So, alright, so as far as the brackets go, this one here, you see these screwed on over here. Actually, I don't know, I'm showing you that one here. These screwed on over here, so I'm going to take these out, but these ones here, these ones just clip in on the side, okay, so they don't screw in. So again, we can reuse these and it's got to be 100%. So I'm going to get all this back together, and once we're back, I'll show you guys how it works. Alright, so yep, it's all back together, and this one here, the 6-inch on the back right over here, this one is, whoops, wrong one. I'm doing the front one, I keep doing that. Alright, so this one in the back over here, you'll see it get red in a second here. Yeah, see how fast I got red? That one's working perfect. This one, we have an issue still with this one, okay? This one, the element is now working. When this happened, when this one went out, I wasn't home. My wife called me up, and she told me she went to use the burner, and she turned it on, it stayed on for a minute or so, and then all of a sudden there's a loud pop, okay? Something shorted. That loud pop actually fused this, back in again, it fused, there's a contactor point inside of here, okay? It fused that contactor point, so now this stays on all the time. No matter where I'm turning this and setting it, I have it unplugged in the back so I can set it here. You see it's not going to come on. This one, working perfect. So turn it back off, she goes right off. So I'm going to actually, I'm pretty sure I can take that switch apart and fix it because I know what's wrong with it. So I'm going to wrap this up at this point on this one. I'll make another video on that one. But yeah, you guys see here, I took Frigidaire elements, and you see how I made them work on my Samsung, and I saved a lot of money here on that. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to take that switch apart, and I'll make another video on that one. So alright guys, talk to you later.